Hi, thank you for watching. My name is Lawson Wallace. I'm a writer on Medium.com. I have a blog on WordPress. I'm also a guest blogger on digitalmemmet.com. I'm on TikTok and YouTube. Google the name Lawson Wallace, and you'll find links to my content. So check out my content and like and share it and leave comments. I'd appreciate it. It helps me a lot. I received another request to talk about dealing with emotions. And I talked about it before, and maybe I can add to it and expound on it a little bit, because it's a problem we all have. I know I have it. So the thing about emotions is holding everything in. It's not healthy. It's not good, because it's like a pressure cooker. After a while, if you don't release the steam, you're going to explode in negative ways, and you're going to hurt people, and you're going to cause pain for yourself. It's not good. So you can't hold it in, and you can't explode at a drop of a hat, because you'll end up in prison someday, or not have any friends or a job or anything else. You have to have self-control. No, I don't buy into everything. I've said this before. I don't buy into everything that Stoicism expounds, the Stoic philosophy. I'm not into that, because Stoicism is all focusing on yourself, and it neglects I believe in the spiritual realm. And I'm not going to go into that because it always makes people angry. But anyway, you don't have to. There's ways to control things. You don't. If you're angry, you can go for a walk instead of exploding on her or him. Okay. If you're in a situation at work, you can find a way. If you can, get to the restroom and get in the stall and just sit there and take a few deep breaths by yourself until you get over it, or go to a break area and something and chill, or find an outlet to let it go. You don't have to explode on other people. And you don't. And once you get these thoughts, these angry, emotional turmoil in your brain, you don't have to feed it. I have to almost physically. I have to stop and consciously reframe my thoughts and move to something else. It's almost like it's almost like a physical thing. I don't know how to explain it. I have to will myself into not going there and going somewhere else. And we're not taught that, it's something that should be taught when you're young, that you should learn. But we're not all taught that. And the result is, you got all this anger on social media. You got people wanting to fight at the drop of a hat. So you have to learn to control yourself. And and the hardest thing for people to understand is you don't have to strike back. You know, I saw this a lot when I was on the streets. You know, somebody in the shelter would say something, and and they're disrespecting somebody, and the next thing you know, somebody's getting stabbed out in the outside, or there's a fight, or somebody's in jail. You know, you don't have to do that. It's not necessary. Not everything deserves a response. You don't have to respond to everything. And and I'm not an expert on this. I struggle with this on a daily basis. Because I'm my father's son and we have tempers. You know, my dad had a temper and I certainly have a temper. But it's something that I deal with. And I think I'm pretty mellow and laid back most of the time. So it's just you're not a four-legged animal that has instincts that reacts, and on whims and whatever feels right at the time. You have agency over your life. You can control what you think. You can control your actions, and you can control your mouth. And the world does not revolve around you. And you're going to be hurt and disappointed. And you just have to deal with it and try to be positive as much as you can. And just let the things go. Just let things go. And this stuff is stuff I've learned in my 60s that I wish I would have practiced and worked on starting when I was a kid. I would have had a lot happier and a lot more productive life. So, take control of your emotions. And one thing that helped me a lot is, I'll finish with this. One thing that helped me a lot is I do a morning page journal every morning. I just do a lot of venting in my journal. Nobody gets hurt. Nobody gets angry. And there's peace in the apartment. And long walks help as well. So I hope that helped. And please give me more suggestions. And this is the weekend and I want to make a lot of videos, so help me out. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good day.